Welcome to Lose a Pound a Week with Food for Healthy Guts. I'm back from my holiday and I had a wonderful time. I ate lots and lots of wonderful locally grown fruit, bananas, mangoes, pineapples, and they were wonderful. They were a real treat. But now I'm back on the straight and narrow. I'm back not having alcohol for the next 3 months. I'm back to minimal fruit, maybe berries a couple of times a week, but I'm definitely off the grain. Over Christmas, I will admit I did eat more grain than I would normally eat in the form of sourdough toast, because toast, if you know me, bread is my Achilles heel. And we were eating quite a lot of toast, sourdough bread. And I was also making desserts with gluten-free flour, which I thought was going to be fantastic for me. But what I chose to ignore was I was feeling sick quite a lot. I chose to ignore it. Like most people, you really don't want to accept that the food you're eating is making you feel a bit rubbish. So I ignored it and carried on eating that food. So it kind of got me thinking a bit about this 80-20 rule. Is it really good for us to eat healthily 80% of the time? And when I thought about it, if you eat well 80% of the time, that is only 5.5 days a week. And for some people, that might be great. But for people like me, and maybe people like you, if you suffer with IBS or food intolerances, or just generally a sensitive tummy, that's probably too often to eat food that might react with you. So maybe it's at that point you think, was it worth it? Is it worth it? I would say if you have got a sensitive stomach, then I don't think the 80-20 rule is particularly good for you. I would leave it longer, maybe a month, maybe a couple of months before you have something you would consider a treat food. Now, when I think about a treat food, I think about something that's meant to make me feel great, not just at the moment, not the moment I eat it and think, oh, that lemon meringue pie was just gorgeous. I need to wake up the next day and feel great. And, I wasn't. So was it really a treat food? So before you go and you eat something that maybe you shouldn't, I think the best thing to do is be prepared to feel a bit rubbish. And that might be maybe have some kefir the day before and the day after. Maybe have some slippery elm if you're someone that suffers with acid reflux. Maybe take a glutamine supplement to help your mucus lining in your gut so that you don't feel so much pain. And that makes me think, all those things I've got to do, really, is it worth it? I don't know. You have to decide on that. The only thing I would say to you is sometimes family and friends with all of the best intention can put a little bit of pressure on us to eat food that we used to be able to eat. So maybe 2 years ago you were someone that could eat a curry and have some beer and be perfectly fine. But maybe you're not that person anymore. Maybe when you do that, you don't sleep, you are up with acid reflux and you've got diarrhea in the morning. So here is my top tip. If someone is trying to persuade you to eat the way you used to eat a couple of years ago, then you are perfectly entitled to say very politely, no thank you, I don't think I'll do that. Maybe another day. Put it off if you have to. But say no politely, because isn't it better to wake up the next day, to have slept well, to be pain-free, to not have diarrhea, and hopefully to have some energy. Woo! So I hope you enjoyed my Lose a Pound a Week post, and I will see you next week. Have a fabulous week.